Good afternoon, students. Good. So, in our previous lesson, we would have looked at a couple of things. Can anybody remember what we looked at in our last science class? Ear.
No, the skin.
The ear. I know some persons were absent, but the last thing we looked at was the ear. What can you remember of the ear? Please indicate by raising your hand. Yes.
Yes, the ears are sense organ.
All right, very good. What do you remember? Thank you. Good. Good afternoon, students. Good. Welcome to another science lesson today. Can you remember what we looked at in our previous class?
Yes.
Good. Who can remember? Indicate by raise of hand. Yes, Darren. What can you remember? The ear. Good. What do you remember about the ear? Class, did you hear Darrell? All right. Let's see if you want to assist him.
The ear is a sense organ used for hearing and balance.
Hearing and balance. Do you agree with that?
Yes, please.
Good. So that's what we looked at. We know for a fact that he said that the ear is a sense organ used for hearing and balance. Anything else you remember about the ear? Like how the sound is processed in the ear or anything of that nature? Good. We have outer ear, middle ear, inner ear. Then we also looked at all the steps in which sound travels through the ear. Can you identify the first part? All right, just now, remember that to shout the answer. Let me hear from this young man here.
That's the pinna.
The pinna. Do you agree, class?
Yes,
So this outer ear is called the pinna. That's correct. And what is the next part? Ready? The ear canal. Very good. Now I have a next important question. The sound that travels from the environment and it enters the ear, what do we call that sound?
Vibration.
Vibration. Very good. Next question. What happens to the vibration when it reaches the inner ear? What happens to that vibration when it reaches the inner ear? Which is closely connected to the brain. There's a nerve that connects that ear to the brain. It is called a particular signal. No, not ear signal. It is converted to electrical signal. Right? Those impulses, electrical impulses are signals that go to the brain, and our brain interprets what we hear. So if you hear something going woof woof, you know for a fact that sound is associated to what? A dog, not a cat. If you hear meow meow, it will be associated to a cat. Now today class, I'm going to show you an image. I'm going to pass it around. And this image will be our center focus today. Now, what does this image represent, class?
The eye.
The eyes. The students in the back? The eyes, right? Good. So this diagram or this picture represents the eyes. Now, students, what's the function of the eye?
Yes, it does.
All right, it helps us to see. Let me ask a young lady in the back. Where is the eye located? Please tell the location in the body. In your face, right? Your head, or the upper part. Our eyes are not located in our feet. Do you have eyes walking in your feet? Yes. You have them, Darrell? Okay, no problem. You ensure not to mask your eyes. So our eyes are located in our head, and it carries out the function of Seeing. But I have a very important question to ask. What are some other things that are close to the eye? On the face. The nose, yes. All right. Let's just now. You're missing an important part. The nose, the mouth, the ear, but what else? Somebody missed something. What about these two beautiful eyebrows? The eyebrows. Now, what's the function of the eyebrow?
The eyebrow helps protect us.
Exactly. It helps with protecting us. Exactly. How can you miss the eyelash and the eyebrows? These eyebrows and lashes, they assist in protecting us from things entering the eyes. Yes, because for example, if liquid, like you throw some oil from the top of your head coming down straight on your face, it's gonna roll and gonna go to the side and not directly into your eyes. Y'all didn't know that's the function of the eyebrow? Yes. Well, now you know. If you didn't know, your eyebrows are very important. So people who shave out all the eyebrows instead of doing laser blading, they're affecting their own sight. Also, your eyelashes comes with a function. Do you know if somebody should stick you in the eye, the first thing that happens is a blink? Even if the person doesn't even touch your eye. Look like Mr. Flynn. Right? The person would blink because your lashes helps in preventing dust. It helps to protect the eyes from any injury or any hazard or anything of this sort. Now, students, what would happen if everybody wasn't able to see? Let's say you did have eyes. Now, imagine the human body without eyes. There will be corruption. Daryl said it would be fun. Tell us how it will be fun, Daryl. You should okay, so you're walking. So would you be able to walk? Where are you going to walk? Sometimes you drown because sometimes from the time you step out of your house, you might enter into a pit or in a large sand that sucks Daryl down. Yes. Pardon me? Okay, so the scent, you use your nose for this, okay, scent, and the vibration is balance, okay. We have a balance point, yes, because blind people, just now, yes, indeed, because there are blind persons that are moving around, and they use their other senses. But fortunately, for us who, well, it doesn't mean the person doesn't have eyes, it's just that they're visually impaired, right? They do have eyes. Sometimes they were born blind, or sometimes because of accidents and so on, they can, yes, they can have different diseases affecting the eyes, right? Yes, question? What happened to my eyes? Okay, when I was much younger, I had an incident whereby a stick hit me in the eye, and then my vision became a bit blurred afterward because it's like I have a scar. Like you can probably see it, but the tissue is a bit scarred. So that's one thing. And then because of studying and a lot of light entering my eyes, and I think it's also genetic that I became very much nearsighted. So I cannot see things from a distance without this lens. Much. Yes, when you do a lot of reading, sometimes it's genetical because like your food parents, somebody have like a eye condition that is kind of genetical. So that's one factor. Right, so the eye is very important, and today we want to define it. So if we should come up with a definition class, what would we say the eye is? Let me hear. The eye is an organ. What type of organ is the eye? So let me write that, or let me write it here. The eye definition. The eye is a sense organ. What else you want to say about the eye? It's, oh my, sorry, you need 2 words here. The eye is a sense organ. What else we can say about the eye? Yes.
Which humans and animals use for sight.
Good. Which humans and animals use for seeing. Because seeing is another word that we use for interchange the word sight, right? Now I have a very important question to ask. Do you think we can see without light? If we just turn off all the lights, the earth goes dark. Would you be able to see?
Yes.
No moonlight, no star, no sun, no electrical light. Would you be able to see? No phone light, no source of light whatsoever. Let me see the answer of those persons who believe you can see without light. Nobody? Me. Alright, let me hear your reasoning. You don't have a reasoning? Your eyes, trust me, the eyes doesn't have any light. Do you think you have light in your eyes? Do you have light being out of your body? You have a superpower where eye light is within you and it's beaming out. You will not be able to see. Right? So if, let's say, for example, put your hands over, close your eye, class. Everybody close their eyes. Put your hands over your eyes. And tell me what you're seeing.
It's white.
You see it white? You're supposed to see black. Because remember, somebody was saying just now that there's an inner light within them that's going to help them to see darkness. So we're actually blocking out the entire world. We close our eyes and we're supposed to see dark. You're not supposed to see anything. Because light from the external source or from a stimulus helps us to see. Right? So if, for example, Darrell decided to go by his neighbor and steal some mango. Darrell dressed in all over black. It's a dark pitch night, like 12 o'clock. His neighbor get no light. All the people are hearing the mango tree shaking, but nobody see what's shaking the mango tree. Because remember we're saying that all the lights, it was a blackout night, the moon was in, you didn't have stars, so it was very much dark. All the hearing is some movement on the tree, but you're gonna see nothing. But remember, in order for you to see direct eyes or teeth, you still have to get some amount of light. So if the world was dark, trust me, you won't see anything. All right, let me use somebody else. Not direct. We'll use this other young man. Students, please copy this definition for me. Defining the parts of the eye. Sorry, you're defining the term eye. You're identifying the parts of the eye, and then we're going to look at the function of the parts identified for the eye. Now, drawing or diagram might not be so fancy as you might imagine it to be, but it's an illustration of how the eyes look.
Wow, this looks so terrible.
I thought it was supposed to be a compliment.
Bless you.
Now I would have only labeled 3 parts. I have the rest of the labels in my hand. You're going to help me label it. I'm going to give you a little description of what the part does. And we're going to see how best we can match the parts with the description. Alright? So we're gonna ask a student to volunteer or two. Are we gonna take one person at a time? We're gonna put all the name tags on the board, and we're gonna see which one or who will be able to say which part is being described. We're gonna figure that out. So we're gonna put that right here. Do you know this word, class?
No. Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the word before.
Oh, does it in front of the eye?
Yes. Now the eyes have many parts, more detailed parts, but I'm just gonna give you the basic. All right, everybody,
Nice.
finish copying the definition.
Yes, miss.
Good. So we are going to identify parts of the eye. Now we have here is a diagram. Can everybody see the diagram?
Yes, miss.
Now the eye is kind of oval shaped. No mind is not that perfect, but it is still a demonstration. Now I would have identified three parts for you. I want everybody to be listening, sit square, pay attention. Now as you can see, this part A labeled in blue is called what?
Yes.
The lens. Now do you know of any other thing in real life that has a lens besides the eye?
Glasses.
Alright, very good. Spectacle, microscope, what else?
Telescope. Telescope.
Telescope. Alright, great. So a lot of things in the world we know for a fact as lens, just like the eyes. Then here we have this part that is called
Virtuous humor.
virtuous humor, which is basically the liquid part of the eye. Because if your eye should pop out and somebody should smush it. Let's get to that one. Right? If you ever examine a fish eye, you ever see how fish eyes look? But before you cook it, that's how you cook the eye. Yeah, basically it helps to give the eye a nice fullness, firmness, and it aids in terms of seeing. Now then the last part here is the optic nerve. And where do you think this part is connected to? The brain. Very good. Because seeing occurs in the brain. The air because of the brain. Do you think if somebody gets the brain damage or the brain gets damaged and it affects that part that's responsible for the sensory function, will it be able to have those senses functioning? No, that's why you're supposed to protect your brain and also your spinal cord, because the brain sends messages down your spinal cord to help you to respond. Let's say, for example, you see a man coming with a big AK-47 gun and he's shooting up, bow, 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 bow. Would you stand or would you run? You gonna watch. Exactly. So you responding to a situation is based on your sense organs taking all the information and your brain processing it and telling your body what to do. So if your brain say to your legs, time for it to run, the muscles, the nerves, and everybody gonna correspond, everybody going up the road. But I know some people might be running their body left and soul behind. The body in front and the heart the left behind. You like cigar? Okay. Alright, Darren, we'll see how that one works. Maybe if I get the first hand experience, you'll tell me how it goes. Now, we have a part of the eye that is this area here. That is a muscle, and it actually controls the contraction say I will take out my cell phone and you see an image still by the science block, what do you need to do in order to make that picture clear and precise? You zoom in. Do you know your eye lens zoom in and stuff and zoom out? Well, some people's vision is not that well. But if your eye is really well, some persons actually squint the eye trying to see. You ever peep at somebody house when people see the old to see you passing by your neighbor there? Or it's going now, you're squinting, now you're peeking, right? You actually adjusting your eyes. Now this muscle is actually, it helps the lens in that adjustment process. Now on the board I have 5 words. Let's name them. What's the first start here?
Ciliary muscle.
Go, the second one is called? Iris. The third one?
Cornea.
Fourth?
Retina.
The last one?
Pupil.
Pupil. Now which word do you think is closely associated to the muscle? That's the ciliary muscle. The ciliary muscle. That is in the hand of those persons who do not agree. Nobody doesn't agree. Sometimes it can be wrong. Alright, let me see those who agree. Alright, very good. Give yourself a round of applause. So indeed, this area right here is the ciliary muscle. Now, Justin, you're going to get an activity where you're going to do your digging in your book. Now, we have a next part that controls the amount of light that enters the eye. It gets big sometimes and it looks small sometimes. Just now, don't shout. Let me hear from the young lady in the back there. The pupil, let me see who do not agree strongly. All right, what answer do you have in mind? You're not sure, let me hear. Give your answer. Or you give me back the same answer. Let me see those who agree. Very good. Raise your hand. Great. So I'm seeing clearly everybody agree. Indeed, it is correct. The pupil is that dark hole. It's actually this area here, right? All this region here. The hole in the eye is the area that allows light. Good. Just like the lens, the pupil, that hole in the eye that allows the amount of light to come in, are something that controls it. And it comes in many colors. Some persons have green, some have a little brown, lighter brown, blue. Nobody get black one, trust me. It's either dark or it's either light. Or brown, or sometimes you have a gray or a different shade to it. I just said we don't have black. Yes, let me hear. Who would like to give me the answer?
Iris.
Yes, Darrell. The iris. Let me hear from this young man. What do you think? The same thing? What about you? What about the young man in the back there? Do you have another answer you think would be best able to describe the function that I said just now? The same thing. Yeah, what about you? The retina. Alright, let me see those persons who have a similar view of the retina. Who say the retina? Put your hands down. Good. Let me see those who say the iris. Now, why do you think it's a retina? What about the word retina that connects this description here? You don't know? It has retina in front? Okay. Alright. We'll find out. But the correct answer is the iris. So we know this beautiful green part here that actually is colored. Now if you should look your eyes in the mirror, you'll be able to see your iris. Not the dark hole. The dark hole is called the pupil. The part, the muscle that actually controls how the hole is adjusted is called your iris. So I'm going to put my tab right here. Now you'll have to remember what these things are. Good. Now we have a part of the eye that collects all the light. And it helps persons to see colors and things that are black and white. Let me see, let's hear from the young lady at the back here. What do you think that answer is? We only have two options on the board. It's either one of them. Let's see which one is a lucky answer. The R1. The iris, you sure that the two words are here? Alright, just now. Look here, right? Let me bring it, she didn't see, let me bring it closer, right? These are two lucky words. We have the retina and the cornea. The retina, anybody else have a different view? And it's nothing is wrong in having a different view as long as we can discuss it, justify it, and we'll see if that one matches the description. So let me see the hands of those persons who say the retina is the part of the eye that is responsible for seeing color and collect all the light. Observe the light. Raise hand. Alright, put your hands down. Let me see those persons who disagree. Nobody? The Messi. Alright. So fortunately, you can give yourself a pat on the shoulder. You are correct. And where do you think this retina is?
Right here.
Right where? Who would like to put it for me? Show me where. Come and show me. Come, son. Come and show me where the retina is. Let's see. It's here. But in this region is named already the artist. You will not laugh. There, this is called a lens, not correct. But you're gonna test, you're close, you're very much close. Remember, it absorbs the light and it allows you to see colors, black and white colors. Come and show us, come and find it for us. Yes, come and show us. No, what did you say this green part of this class? The iris, right? Remember, I use that color there to represent the part that's colored in the eye.
This I know it.
Alright, where's it?
This is it.
It is at the back region indeed, but that's not it. Alright, give Darrell a big applause.
This I legit.
Very good, all of you made a great attempt, but correctly, the retina is this region
This is my tail.
right to the back here,
This is quite a green.
right? And this region there collects all the light. So let's look at how the light will travel in. Traveling from there, it comes through the pupil. The lens is diverted. It goes where? Straight to the back there. The light is being observed, colored, black and white. All the colors, and then that information is collected through these little drawing. What do you think these things represent? The nerves.
Yeah, the nerve.
Right? The nerves, and then it travels through the optic nerve into your brain. This part collects all the signal. So it's basically light is being converted to electrical signals that enters your brain. Now I would have lived one part we missed. Which is the part we missed us? The cornea. Who can guess where the cornea is?
It's missed right. It's real.
Come and put it, label it for us, please. Let me talk. It doesn't matter, let's see. I'm sure you can get it correct. Who knows? Come on, take your time.
Oui, j'avais jamais son.
Alright? Let's see. So basically, let me just tell you what the cornea does. It is a clear, transparent layer of the eye. It refracts light. Do you know what it means to refract light? It collects the light from the environment. So as the light enters the eye, it's a clear, transparent layer that bends the light or allows the light to enter the eye. It is basically the first thing that greets you. Pardon me? No, it's not that. That part is called the cilia. This whole area, that the white part that you're talking about, is called the cilia. Right? But this part here is not correct, Darrell. The cornea, it's actually this front part right here. The cornea, students. Pardon me? No, this part here, this very large part here is the cornea. It's actually a thin layer. If you look at your eyes in the mirror, you'll see that area that's between the pupil, the iris, you're going to see there's a transparent layer here. That area is the same area that looks very little, the dark part of your eyes, and that part and another color. You see it's kind of clear and transparent that able to see what's beyond this area here. Exactly, this is the cornea. When they're doing laser surgery for the lens, they make an incision there. They take all the layer, they do their work, and then they come back here. They come out and they do whatever patching and whatever. So that's it there. Now your task, I'm going to put it back. I hope you remember what is what. I'm going to give each one of you to work in pairs of two. And you are going to carry it right here. You are going to put them in their correct places. Label the eyes. Yes.
Miss, pause the video. Pause the video.
Marks.
Yeah. So it's very simple. Now it says drag and drop. So I have the words them at the top. So you don't have to be misled by any other thing. Yes, write the correct part or the name of the part that matches the number 1, 2, 3, 4. You can add your partner assist you.
Come on.
That's the answer to the parts of the diagram. Now, number 3. The first, let's start from number 1. Number 1. Let's see what answer is number 1. one. Look at where is label number one. Number one is the cornea. If you have it correct, give yourself a star. Number two is the pupil. Number three is the iris. Number four, which is the part in the middle there, you see there's an arrow, is the lens. Number five is the retina. And number six is the optic nerve. So if you have anything incorrect, ensure you make your the part, look at where the arrow is pointing. To the left, the arrow is pointing there. Remember, it is pointing to no. Celery muscle is different. It is actually the iris. Number five is retina. So you're almost good. So you're going to paste that activity sheet in your book. Now let's conclude today. Let's go through what we would have done. Firstly, class, we would have defined the eye. So we said the eye is what? Let me hear from you. Good, it's a sensor and used to see it. What else? Name a part of the eye, the function. What? Good, the optic nerve is used to send message to the brain. Yes. Which part are you going to give us? Anybody else? Yes. Yes, the retina absorbs light and allows us to see colors and black and white. Anybody else? Any other part you remember? Yes. The ciliary muscle. What the ciliary muscle does? The ciliary muscle helps in controlling the lens. And then we also know of our cornea that refracts the light into the eye. We have the pupil that controls how much light that enters and leaves, basically enters the eye. And then we have also our iris, which controls the pupil, and the vitreous humor that helps to give the eye the shape, and the optic nerve that travels along the message travels to the brain. Any question? So for your homework class, of course we give homework. You are going to write, describe the function of the parts of eye. And then number two, ensure you have a picture / a drawing of the eye. And of course, you're doing on the video. Let me check your